Chapter 8 Inside the Garden. A large rose tree stood near the entrance of the garden. The roses growing on it were white, and there were 3 gardeners busily painting them red. "We must hurry, for the Queen will be here in a moment." "The Queen! The Queen!" 5 called out, and they all threw themselves flat upon their faces. Out came a grand procession. Soldiers, king's men, the royal children, and the guests. All of them were cast with different shapes on their clothes. The white rabbit was there too. At the end of the procession were the King and Queen of Hearts. When they came near Alice, they all stopped and looked at her. "Who are you?" asked the Queen. "My name is Alice, so please your Majesty," said Alice very politely, but she didn't feel very afraid of the Queen, thinking that it's only a card. "And who are these?" said the Queen, pointing to the 3 gardeners who were lying round the rose trees. "How should I know?" said Alice, surprised at her own courage. The Queen turned red with fury and began screaming, "Cut off her head!" The King laid his hand on her arm and timidly said, "Wait, my dear, she's only a child." The Queen went silent and asked, looking at Alice, "Can you play croquet?" "Yes," shouted Alice. "Come on then," roared the Queen, and Alice joined the procession. She walked by the white rabbit, who was peeping anxiously into her face. "Where's the Duchess?" asked Alice. "She's under the sentence of execution. She hit the Queen," the rabbit began. Alice gave a little scream of laughter. "Oh, hush! The Queen will hear you. You see, she came rather late, and the Queen said—" Suddenly, the Queen shouted very loudly, "Cut off their heads!" "Who's going to lose their head now?" Alice wondered. She began to feel afraid. "The Queen isn't angry with me now, but it will happen. I'd like to speak to somebody about it," she thought.